Most people never grasp this secret. They spend their entire lives believing that being intelligent means having a lot of information, knowing many things, remembering facts, quoting from books, or getting good grades on exams. But friends, that's not the truth. The thought must have crossed your mind at some point that something is wrong. Because in life, you see people with great degrees making foolish decisions. You might have seen people with high IQs crumble under pressure. They can't tolerate it. Depression, anxiety, and stress break them. And the question comes to your mind, if they are so intelligent, why do they make mistakes repeatedly? While, in contrast, less educated people are successfully running a business. So then, whom should we call intelligent? The educated or the uneducated? The truth is that intelligence is not about knowing more. It's about seeing the world from a different angle. It's about having a mindset that ordinary people can't even fathom. So, in this video, I will share 5 mental principles that will not only make you intelligent, but also make you so effective that people will be compelled to pay attention to you, listen to you, and you'll learn the art of working and succeeding in life. 1. Ask questions to understand. Don't argue to win. Most people argue as if they are in a courtroom. They want to win. They want to prove themselves right. They want to dominate others. But intelligent people don't play this game. They don't need to win. They need to understand others. They ask questions like, why do you think that way? What outcome are you hoping for? Have you considered this angle? They remain calm and curious, and because they don't attack or try to prove the other person wrong, people talk openly with them. And when people talk openly, the truth comes out. Remember, real power is not in winning, but in understanding the other person. You don't have to defeat people. You have to understand them, and smart people do just that. 2. Don't get caught in moments. See life from a broader perspective. Life is a big map. Most people let a minor failure get to their heads. If a presentation goes wrong, they get upset. They think, I can't do anything right. If someone says no, they give up, thinking, no one listens to me. They get stuck in that moment of failure and start to see themselves as a failed person. But intelligent people don't do that. They don't call failure a failure. They call it data, information, and they learn from it. They think, why did this happen? Where did I go wrong? What pattern led me here? What could I have done better? They see life not as a drama, but as a system. They know that whether it's success or failure, everything is temporary. No failure is permanent. It's just feedback, and we must learn from it and move forward. We must turn this failure into success. That's why they move forward quickly, because they don't waste time. They don't question themselves. They don't feel inferior. 3. Use the filter of a simple question. In any situation in life, any failure, any problem, ask yourself one question. Is this in my control? Most people waste their energy on things that are not in their control. Too much traffic, bad weather, someone's attitude, someone's opinion, or the country's poor conditions are things no one can control. And the more they try to control these uncontrollable things, the more exhausted they become. But intelligent people don't waste their energy. They decide in a moment, can I control this? And if the answer is yes, they take immediate action. And if the answer is no, they let it go. They don't get tangled in every issue, and that's why they appear calm. They remain focused. They know that true focus is not on controlling the world, but on controlling themselves. They don't waste their energy. They use it on things they can control, and this is what makes them smart and successful. 4. Embrace silence. There is power in silence. Have you ever noticed that most people get restless in silence? They become anxious. Silence makes them uncomfortable, so they try to break it, to say something. They want some conversation to keep going. But intelligent people control silence. They listen more, speak less, observe more, watch, understand, and speak at the right time. Because the one who speaks less knows more. Silence has power. It draws people toward you. It reveals truths that noisy people can never see. And most importantly, you don't lose control of yourself. 5. Don't react, but observe. If someone is rude to you, most people immediately flare up. They start a fight, losing their control. But smart people don't do that. They have stillness within them. They observe, contemplate, think, and understand. And this short moment of silent pause gives them strength and clarity. Remember, reacting is easy, but there is power in observing and remaining silent. Because when you stop and look, you see what the rest of the world doesn't. Such people remain calm even in chaos and crowds. And this is what makes you stand out. And finally, to become smart, you don't need a PhD. You don't need to be the fastest learner. You just need to change your way of thinking. Instead of arguing, ask questions. Instead of panicking, look from a new angle. Only focus on things that are in your control. Embrace silence and observe before you react. Friends, this is true intelligence, and most people won't do this. They will continue to make noise, react, and waste their power. But if you start adopting these habits today, you will become calmer, stronger, and more powerful. Remember, real success is not in learning, not in knowing, but in applying what you have known and learned in your life. So start applying these things in your life today. Only then will your life change. And in life, every day, learn something new, think something new, do something new. Subscribe right now, because this channel is not entertainment. This channel is your weapon for success.